Hi, it's Ian. Welcome to pensionandfitness.com, and today we're going to talk about fall prevention. Now, unfortunately, the numbers of older adults over 65 who are falling and in many cases dying is increasing absolutely. The numbers are going up like crazy. Far too many. But it's preventable. It doesn't have to happen. Everybody can fall. Anyone, young, old, it doesn't matter, can fall. But the point is, right, you can reduce a lot of those risks by doing exercise. Unfortunately, not all adults, older adults, like to do a lot of exercise. But that's what it costs if you want to be fit and healthy and reduce your risk of lying in a hospital bed, like, with a broken skull or a fractured hip. Okay, let's look at the first exercise. And the first exercise, a very simple exercise, is a sit-to-stand exercise, and it exercises your legs and the muscles within them. So, all you're going to do there is you're going to sit on the chair, move a little bit forward so as you're towards the front of the chair. And if you have stability issues, put a chair in front, or do this in front of your kitchen worktop, or another piece of furniture, anything that you can hold for stability. Obviously, I'm not going to put anything there because you won't be able to see me properly. So from here, once you've got your feet down, flat on the floor, you're sitting comfortably like this, all you're going to do from sit to stand is you're going to lean forward, right? Lean your torso forward, and then you're going to push down through your heels onto the floor to stand up. Slowly. Don't do it fast. And then once you're here, you're going to hinge from here, you're going to sit down. That's one. Lean forward, and then hinge and sit back down. That's two. Lean forward, stand, hinge at the back, and sit down. Lean forward, stand up, hinge, and sit down. Now that's four. Lean forward, stand up, hinge, and sit down. That's five. Now, you can make it a bit more challenging if you feel up to it, and only if you feel up to it. And don't forget, you've got one hand free for that, whatever it is you've got in front of you for stability. And you can take a weight, a hand weight like this, to add that little bit extra weight to make the muscles work that little bit harder, which means they'll get stronger that little bit quicker. Okay, so it's still the same exercise, you're just going to do it with a weight now. So you lean forward, and stand slowly, and then hinge and sit down. That's six. Lean forward, stand, hinge, and sit back down. That's seven. Lean forward, hinge, and sit down. That's eight. Lean forward, stand, hinge, and sit down. That's nine. Lean forward, stand, hinge, and sit down. That's 10. Now, do that 10 times. 3 times a day. Do it in the morning, do it in the afternoon, do it in the evening. Right? You've got a chair in your house. It's not a difficult thing to do. You can do that on a regular basis every single day if necessary. And I suggest it is necessary. You want to make sure your legs are strong, because they are the supports that keep you upright. Okay, so we're going to go on with walking now, the second exercise. Now you can all walk. Walking's easy, we all do it. We do it every day. I'm doing it right now. But if you want to build muscle, if you want to get stronger and more stable, well, you've got to walk a little more aggressively. If you go out and you watch, youngsters in the town, middle-aged people, they're all moving a little bit faster than older people. The older adults, they tend to walk nice and slowly like this. And they get there and they chat with their friend or whatever, and they go for a walk in the park this way, and that's nice and relaxing. But if you want to build strength, if you want to build a bit of muscle and strengthen your legs and your ability to walk, you need to be a bit more aggressive with your walk. You've got to step out so that you start to, you start to build up a higher heartbeat. You labour your breath a little bit. And that's good. And then, of course, if you can find a street with a slope in it, walk up the slope. Do that 2 or 3 times. because that, again, will build better muscles, it will get your breath laboured a bit more, and that helps to get you fitter and stronger. And it's really a good exercise. But the important thing about walking is this. Many older people take very short steps because they're frightened of falling. And they walk like this because they don't want to fall. But if you notice when you walk like this, the toes are pointing down. That's no good. If there's anything there to catch that toe, you're going down on the ground, you're going to get seriously injured. You know? And as I've said at the start, a lot of older people over 65 die from falling. You don't want that to happen to you. You've got to get into the habit of putting your heel down when you walk. Even if you're taking little steps, put your heel down first. Because what will happen, the more you do that, the better your stride will become, and you'll be more confident. You'll actually step out with a little bit more confidence and not be so frightened. That being frightened and those little steps like this is what puts you at risk of falling. Don't do it. Practice this all the time. No set, do it 10 times, do it 20 times. Practice it every single day you're out. Anytime you walk, in the house, outside, wherever you are, practice that. Because it's really important that you put that heel down first. That will prevent you from being from tripping hazards, and it's a much more stable way of walking. And it will help you a great deal. Okay, that's walking. Now, for balance, and to help you balance, there's an exercise you can do which we call tightrope walking. And basically what happens is you walk in a straight line and you make sure you put the heel down first and you put the heel to the toe of the foot that's behind. And then again, you can walk like that, and you should walk about 10 metres, 15 metres if you can. If you don't have a very big room, you can walk up and down several times. But do that. Now, the important thing about this is, think about tightrope walkers. Tightrope walkers didn't all suddenly become an amazing tightrope walker, 300 foot off the ground, walking on a wire. They fell off thousands of times to get to that level. But that tells you that if you practice your balance, it will improve. And that works for anyone at any age. Your balance is something that you lose if you don't use. If you use it, you improve it. And so, put a line on the ground, find your area you're going to walk in, and then when you get ready, put the heel down first in front of that toe, and just keep walking that way. And walk 10, 15 metres. If you've got the room to do it, if you haven't, go up and down, up and down, up and down several times. But do that, because what that does is that works on your balance, and it helps your balance. And if you think about it, when the police catch people who have been drinking and driving, the first thing they do is make them do that little exercise, because alcohol takes away your balance, and they will know straight away that you've been drinking. So you don't want that. You don't want that sort of thing. You want to do that type of exercise, like to improve your balance. Then the police use it to find out if you've got no balance. Okay, so that's the tightrope walk done. The last thing we're going to do is stepping down, and this is the most important one of all, because stepping down is where many adults have serious falls. Now, just let me move this. And I'm going to use this battery as a step. And I want you to think about this. If you've got a step down, you have it from trains, buses, you have it on stairs. Stepping down. When people step down, if you do this, if you just step into space, what's going to happen is this. You're going to go. Now, younger people, they're a lot quicker, a lot faster, their reactions are fast, and when they go down, they just get out of it. Older adults over 65, you can't do that. You're going to go down, and you're going to go down heavy, and you're going to get hurt. So, this is what I want you to think about. If you're on a bus, on a train, anywhere like that, and your stop comes up, look to see who's coming from behind you that's going to get off. Let them go. you don't want them behind you, right? Because they're all in a rush to get off, and they're going to be forcing you to go quicker than you want to. Let them go. Once you've seen them all past you, join the end of the queue, and then when you get to the point where you're going to step off, don't do this, which I see sometimes people do. Try and go down sideways, right? Because when you do that, if you go on the side of your foot, you're going to damage your ankle, maybe break it. And if there's uneven ground there for any reason, you've gone, right? So, this is the best way to do this. When you get here, shift your weight onto this leg, because this leg's not going to move first. This is the one that's going to move first, so you take the weight off it. Put it where you want it to go. So, instead of stepping off into there, what you're going to do is you're going to take this knee and slowly bend it so that it follows the line of your toe. And as you do that, you'll see this foot meets the ground. You can then step off and you don't hurt yourself. There's no rush. There's none of this. I'll do it again now. It's very, very simple, but it's very effective. You put your foot out there, off the step, ready to go, and then lower gently with this foot, and you're on the ground, you can walk off. Now that will prevent a serious fall. Now I've seen people fall coming off of a bus, not that long ago actually, and I had to go and run and help. And that person was hurt quite badly because they landed on hard, solid ground. You don't want that to happen to you. So please, be careful. Practice this. Every time you've got to step down, practice this. It's very simple and it's very easy. Let me just reiterate, right? All you've got to do is bend this knee. And as you bend it slowly, it's like you're winding it down until you reach the ground safely and you can walk off. Off the stairs, off the bus, the train, any time that you have to step down, do that. Always try to have the handhold and step down. In the event you don't have the handhold, if you don't have the handhold, you can still do it, but it will take practice to make sure you've got the stability to do that. Okay, thank you very much. See you back at pensionandfitness.com. We're going to talk about is walking. Now,